Yo, so what's going on, Warfighter? My name is Ponstar, and I'm here to talk to you guys about a cool little article I read today. You know what? Better yet, rather than just talking about it and saying it to you, I'm going to read you the direct article right freaking now and let you know what's going on. So it's titled and headed, Navy SEALs Punished for Revealing Secrets to Video Game Maker. Hint, hint, it's Medal of Honor Warfighter. So let's talk about this. 7 U.S. Navy SEALs have been reprimanded for giving up classified information connected to their tradecraft so a video game could seem more realistic, according to a Navy official. The 7 were charged with the unauthorized showing of their official combat gear and dereliction of duty for disclosing classified material after an investigation found that the 7 have worked as paid consultants for 2 days with the video game company Electronic Arts, according to U.S. Navy official. The work done around late spring and early summer was unauthorized by their commanders and against military regulations, according to the Navy official. All 7 are active duty members of SEAL Team 6, considered the most elite of the Navy SEAL community. CBS News, which first reported the story, says at least one of the members was on the raid that killed Osama bin Laden last year. All 7, all senior enlisted soldiers, received their punishment Thursday at their base in Virginia. All 7 were given a letter of reprimand and their pay taken for 2 months. The move essentially prevents their chances from promotion and ends their military careers. 4 other SEALs who have since transferred to the West Coast SEAL teams are under investigation still. The 7 members were consulting with EA on the game Medal of Honor Warfighter. The game touts that it is developed with the help of former and active duty commandos. So basically what we have so far is we have guys that worked as paid consultants to try to help create Medal of Honor, try to give them more realistic experiences, understand what they're working with. And in my mind, from what I've seen so far, is, to be completely honest, the only thing that they've done that could possibly piss anybody off would to be sharing classified information. I don't see how showing their gear off is unnecessary. I mean, you could probably Google search everywhere and see exact military uniforms set up in the way that they're supposed to be. So I don't know if they're really going to get docked and fined for modeling in their gear. I don't understand that one. Maybe you guys can help me understand. I'm not too savvy and familiar with I guess the military, because to be completely honest, as much as I love my country and as much as I love and respect our soldiers, I absolutely hate our military. I hate our government. I don't like that people hide so much shit. I know it's just how it is, but I can't trust or be behind anybody that hides so much shit. And the fact that the military hides and covers up so much bullshit, so many things, whether or not it's national security or just minimal little tiny breaches of any of their code, just knows that the fact that they called these guys out on this is just crazy. And it even bothers me even more so because whatever they did was probably never really involved in anything. I don't know how it could jeopardize anything, seeing as how, unless they worked on the campaign story and they gave real life scenarios of something they experienced in their life, that may be breaching something. But to be completely honest, I don't see how they could have been giving away classified information. And if anything, if them exposing this, saying we gave away classified information, is basically saying, hey, CTLM 6 did, if there's any other countries that, recognized any of these gunfights or something, then, it was SEAL Team 6. So looking at this, I don't understand it, to be completely honest. I think I understand why they could get punished because they did something without asking their superior officers. But to be completely honest, I think they went a little bit above their punishment. I have seen so many things that goes on, I, for one, like I said, I do not approve of many of the things that our military and armed forces and whatnot do. Luring in kids that are just out of high school. A lot of people are like, oh, that's great, that's how we get our... No, that's not the same. I mean, you flash a sign-up check, bonus checks and shit like that. These kids want cars. You lure them in, Not to mention a lot of people use the military as an excuse. I mean, something to do because they're too lazy to find a job or they don't feel like going to college, so they just feel like, hey, let's just be in, the Navy for a couple years. I approve and I respect the people that go and they want to serve our country and do it properly, but I also don't like a lot of the things. You know how many times I was in high school and, they had the scouts trying to come at me and like, oh, let's do this. And these motherfuckers were sneaky, sly, smooth talking. These recruiting officers, it's crazy. But that's just my thing. I'm not the biggest fan of, and I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm sure there's a lot of people here that have a military. My wife, her father's in the Navy, to be completely honest, and he's a hell of a man. I love him to death. He's a really, really good guy. And I understand, keeping things confidential, especially knowing that you were involved in the raid with Osama bin Laden and being one of the best in the world, breaching what you are is, I guess, I guess it's a move against your country, in all honesty. But I still think making sure they can never have a promotion. I mean, docking their pay, no big deal. You know, I think they're getting half pay for the next 2 months or something like that. And it could potentially end up turning into they lose their jobs. And I just think for somebody that has done so much for our country, I think they went a little overboard. That's just my opinion. Again, I can't speak directly on what they've done because it's obviously classified. I can't just be like, oh, they done snitched, they did this and that. So basically all we have to go off of is speculations of what they told us about. But simply the only thing that they did verify was the fact that they showed off their gear. To me, that's not really too much of a big deal. There's still 4 others being looked into right now. And I, for one, think they overreacted a little bit, but I understand. I don't blame anybody, to be completely honest. I just don't know why they couldn't have just handled this elsewhere. You know what I mean? I don't understand why it became a popular story. I don't understand why they did it publicly when you know damn well that they hide lots of other things that go wrong with our country, that, you know, a couple guys are just helping out on a video game, which nobody would have thought 2 seconds about. You know, I played this game at any point in my life, and I'm like, man, that seemed like a real official, military scene. Wow, well, I've never seen this in a video game before. They must have actually snuck into SEAL Team 6 and found some information about them. No point during playing any part of this video game have I ever felt like that. So I think it was an overreaction. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Remember to leave a like and favorite. It helps out a lot, guys. Peace out, guys. Get it.